Hi, this is Bob from thepeoplesjournal.com, and today we are at Grand Bend Motorplex. It's the Thunder by the Beach, the Labor Day Spectacular, and wow, what a chance I've got here to talk to Dale Creasy. He's the two-time IHRA World Champion funny car driver. These cars go down the track at excess of 300 mile an hour, and we got time here. We're going to tell you a few stories and whatnot. This is my good friend Dale Creasy, who I know off the internet. So that's how good of friends we are.
That's all right. We keep in touch that way.
Yeah, yeah. So anyhow, we're going to take it away with Dale. First of all, how many horse does one of these motors need?
They're estimated 8,000 horsepower. I don't think there's a dyno in the world that'll hold one, but they did the theory from how long it takes to get this distance with this much weight. You know, that's how they figured out in theory. But it ranges. You'll hear stories from 7,000 to 8,000 horsepower, and it's probably got all of it.
Yeah, and I've seen these go down the track, and they're just totally awesome. In the daytime, these things make major horsepower, and they hook really good. If the weather conditions stay dry, where we don't get a heavy dew at night, they're really spectacular to watch, and that's where you get the night of fire from, and that's what we're doing tonight here. You're doing one pass this afternoon?
1 at 6 and one I think 8 to 9.
8 to 9. So it'll be a little gloomy then. The sun will be going down. You really get to see the flames coming out of these stacks. Right now we're inside. As you can see, inside one of these haulers. They're pretty amazing actually. And the car actually, when transport, sits up on top of us. So I wish for one of these haulers one of these days. So. Anyhow, what was it? Last year, 2 years ago. Tell us about Edmonton, Alberta. I know so far I counted 7 operations that you've had.
It was 13.
13.
Yeah, it ended up being 13 altogether. When I was, we were in Edmonton and the transmission broke off the back of the bell house. It started spinning around and it took care of my legs pretty good. The right leg had multiple fractures, but the left leg got hurt. It crushed the tibia, broke my ankle, and broke my big toe. So it took a few surgeries and about a year, and I was back in the race car.
And they did something special, kind of. I was overhearing you when you first got back into the car.
They talked about it over the loudspeaker and explained what had happened, and most of the crowd knew because they were there last year. But it was kind of almost a touching moment because I could hear them talking about it. And then I got a standing ovation, and I'm like, start the race car, because I was almost starting to cry there, because it was coming back to me, because it was my first time down that track.
Can I sneak up in there? Need to get upstairs.
It was the first time back down that racetrack, and it was emotional, but once we got that first run out of the way, everything went well.
That's good. Later on, when Dale's up at the line, I got to stay out of their way, because this is really serious business here for them. I'm going to stay out of the way with the video camera. We're going to try to get a video of Dale being loaded into the car, him doing his burnout, and I'll be pretty darn close to him when he launches down there. And if the camera holds together, you'll actually hear some of that horsepower muted. All right, Dale, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, and we'll be around taking shots later on when you're out there.